So you want to learn how to sell?
Yes! Yes!
I'm going to teach you how to do it. 3 simple steps. Let's go. All right. 3 simple steps on how to sell. One of my favorite topics, because I believe everybody sells. It's just how effective you are. If people don't understand that they're always selling, they don't tend to be too good at it. But if you understand you're always selling, you will really master that craft, because that craft, boy, it opens some doors that you didn't even know you could get into just because you know how to sell. But we want to get you started on the journey. So let's talk about number 1. In order to learn how to sell, I'm going to need you to grab a script. As a matter of fact, I have one that you can use. If you go ahead and click the link in my bio, you'll go ahead and get it. It's free. And the reason why I want to give it to you is because if you have a framework on how to sell, 9 times out of 10, it will improve your sales process. I've seen people who were novice come back and they can make closes just because they can read a script. So go ahead and get that script. But having a script is good because it allows you to have a roadmap to remember, hey, I'm supposed to ask about what brought them to this call. If you don't have a script, you really don't have a reminder. What the script is supposed to be, like I said, is a guide. What it's not supposed to be is something you do verbatim, in my opinion. I've heard people do scripts verbatim and it just comes across not sincere. So I prefer you not do that. What I do prefer is take that script, say it in your own language or your own way, use your own stories, and that is how you can leverage the script in order to sell. So you're really depending on this formula in order to sell. And you can start out that way. You'll be able to tell the difference easily. Second thing I need you to do is practice. Now, don't practice on the client, that is too late. I want you to practice. I want you to practice saying the script. I want you to practice how to explain the script, how to tell a story in order to make your point very clear within your presentation or your script. Um, One of the things people really love is they love a connection when they feel, hey, we have something in common and I can trust them. Stories help people connect. So the more that you're able to do stories or analogies, the more clear what you have to sell is in their mind. So it's just like I could be saying watermelon. Now, are you picturing a watermelon? Are you picturing a watermelon in a package or outside of the package? Are you picturing a watermelon inside the package all cut up? Or are you seeing a watermelon that is, the big, it's not cut, it looks really good. You knocked on it and you like, hey, which watermelon are you visualizing? Well, the goal would be, if I'm going to practice, what I'm going to be able to say is picture a watermelon that you freshly cut open, and you not only cut it in half, but you cut it in fourths and then again in half. So you just have the perfect piece of watermelon in your hand. Now, by the way I described it, it's a watermelon that's not in the package. But I have to practice the craft of being able to describe something so clearly that they understand what I'm saying. All right? That is what practice will do. If I say this, how will that come across? If I say that, will they really be clear on what I'm talking about? All that is practice. Another benefit of practice, because this is a big one for me, when you practice, I don't care what happens in the presentation, you know how to go back to where you left off. Why? Because you practice. Okay, that's a big one for me. All right, if you want to learn how to sell and you have a script and you don't mind practicing, I need you to put your reps in. Not only the number of practices, I need you to be on the phone. It's amazing to me. I should say not only on the phone or in person. But let me go on my tangent. It's amazing to me how many people say, I want to get better at sales. I want to be a better sales closer. But when the opportunity comes, they don't get on the phone. They don't make the presentation. They're not the one volunteering in order to um, have a lab, so to speak. And so, one of the favorite things for me to do when I have downtime is I'll get on the phone and I will call. And the benefit is not only does it help keep my skills sharpened, but it also helps me to understand, hey, what's going on in the market. So you got to put your reps in. You got to just practice, 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 and then for every practice, put 2 calls in or 2 presentations in so that you can put your reps in and become better. Selling is an active sport. You're not going to sit on the sideline and get better at selling. It doesn't work that way. You got to get in the game. So that's it in a nutshell. Um, you want to get better at selling, you need to get a good script. That script, it'll be a guideline for you. You need to practice. Don't be going up and practicing in real life. I mean, on the client, I need you to practice before you get to the client. And then get your reps in. I need you to do as many appointments as possible so you can continue to get better. That's it. You're welcome. Again, if you need the script, it's in the bio or in the link, I should say. Bio is, I'm all confused. Bye. Go sell something.